cute.
Honey, do me a favor. Don't get us involved with a waiter.
Waiter!
I think we ought to take account of finances before he comes. How much have you got left?
Well, let me just see here. I have $8.75. Woohoo!
Somebody's in awfully good spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Waiter, this place is just a tissue of lies.
No, I was just saying that.
Outside is a sign that says dancing and floor show every Saturday night, but where is the dancing and where is any floor show?
Well, the band's quit, lady.
Well, when does the joint liven up?
Well, this joint will be hopping around 1 o'clock.
5 of 9? And the joint is paralyzed.
We are members of the Women's Auxiliary, the Sons of Mars in Memphis.
Come up for the national convention.
But we got separated from Charlie and Ralph, the boys who come up in our party.
So now we're just out on the
We
town.
can't locate a single man we know.
Never have seen a convention in such confusion.
Nobody knows where anybody's located.
We always come up for the annual convention, but this one's been a terrible
Disappointment. However, two girls on their own can have a good deal of fun as long as they know how to be good sports about it.
as long as they can agree on major issues. We'll have 2 beers.
Liquid amber, please. Kind of cute, huh?
Honey, no man that broad in the beam is cute.
Oh, waiter! Waiter! Where is that waiter? Ah, waiter.
Beers, honey.
Don't any Sons of Mars come here?
Well, there were 2 guys in here just before you ladies come in.
Oh, honest to God?
And one of them was soaking wet.
What?
Well, he said that there were some guys down at the hotel who had dropped some paper sacks of water out a hotel window. One of them hit him right on the head, spilled all his water on him.
Aren't they cars?
Don't they do the craziest thing?
Yes, indeed. That's why I like them.
That's what I love.
Yes, indeed. Oh,
My girlfriend and I have come up to every convention since.
time immemorial. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I wonder what hotel they dropped those sacks of water from.
I bet he was the Statler.
Why, the Statler?
The Statler's always so lively.
Cheers, dear.
Cheers.
Well, it all depends on the crowd you get thrown with.
Sociability is all that really counts. However, the Sons are a serious organization in many respects.
Yes, indeed. The country would be in a terrible fix without them.
The Son of Mars wouldn't blow his nose on this place.
You was all for going to the Statler.
What's wrong with the Statler?
Honey, when have we ever had any luck at the Statler?
Twice.
In whose recollection?
Mine. You wasn't alone.
Well, no, I guess I wasn't.
But do you remember me speaking to that restaurant man from Chicago?
I remember you speaking of him, yes, continually.
Well, the Statler's where I made that man's acquaintance.
Well, do I remember how that one turned out?
I don't regret it. I have no regrets whatsoever.
Bessie, you have no pride where men are concerned.
No, I have no pride where men are concerned. And you have no pride where men are concerned. And no one has any pride where men are concerned. That's how it is. So let's face it. I'm not cold-hearted. When I get out with a guy, I'm just as anxious as he is to have a good time.
More?
Yes, that's right, often more. That is to say, I always go halfway with him.
More than halfway, honey.
Yes, that's right. I often go more than halfway, and I don't see why I should be criticized for it.
Now, no one has said a word of criticism, dear.
I do my part to bring happiness to the world, even if it's just for one night only. It isn't a crime to give a good time and a pleasant memory, even to a stranger.
Well, now no one has said it was.
You talked about pride as if I didn't have any.
said false pride, not pride, Bessie. There is a
Well,
difference.
that's what I was pointing out.
That's exactly the point I was trying to make.
But you sometimes go to the other extreme.
I do. Extreme of what, may I ask?
Self-respect.
Are you saying I am not a good sport?
That is just the opposite of my meaning.
Your meaning is private as far as I am concerned.
The trouble with you is your mind wanders off the subject, but you go right on chopping your gums together as if you weighed every word that was spoken. That's why it's so hard to talk to you.
Foot.
Penny for your thoughts, Miss Flora.
Well, I had my character read today.
Who by, Gypsy?
No, it was read by a parrot.
Are you kidding?
No, I gave a man a dime. He opened the parrot's cage. The parrot hopped out, stuck his head into a box, pulled a piece of paper out in his beak. I took the piece of paper and guess what it said?
Now, how am I going to guess what it said on that piece of paper?
Well, I will tell you what it said. You have a sensitive nature and are frequently misunderstood by your close companions.
Huh.
Imagine, Bessie, a perfect analysis given by a parrot.
I don't have much faith in that sort of thing. Well?
Wipe your chin off, Bessie. You got foam on it.
Thank you, Miss Flora. May I ask you a question?
What, Bessie?
Are you still keeping up with those youthful beauty treatments?
Oh, I am. I certainly am. Why, I had a youthful beauty treatment this afternoon.
And how are you satisfied with what they're doing?
I have noticed a 100% improvement in my skin since I started taking those youthful beauty treatments.
Well, I'm glad you've noticed, honey.
Why, you had...
Flora, your problem is skin, and you might as well face it.
Everybody's problem is skin, Bessie, including yours. But of course, your primary problem is keeping down weight.
It's always been well distributed on me.
If you're not going to face facts, there's no use talking. Complacency is one thing and optimism is another. Do you know what would do you a world of good, Bessie? Bending exercise.
I thought you was going to say yoga. But who wants to bend?
Well, everyone does who wants to keep youthful contours. You must resign yourself to making some effort, unless you prefer to let things take their course. Nature is not on the side of a girl over 40. I am just attempting to think of something to help you.
Well, accept my thanks. My heartfelt appreciation. But don't go straining your thinking apparatus.
Sarcasm, Bessie.
No, honey, but I came out for the purpose of seeking diversion. That's my whole purpose in leaving my hotel bedroom. If you're in accord with that purpose, good. Otherwise, goodbye. You go to the Statler and I to the Coronado, or whichever way you prefer. But don't pull me down into a state of depression. I've had rotten luck with men. Not once, but always. And you've had your share of disappointments also. So far, so good. But when you start hopping on yoga, girly, goodbye. You have come to the sad, sweet parting of the ways.
Bessie, After Howard, you just let yourself go.
Just like you after Vernon. I went through an awful period there for a while.
But you let yourself go. You acted like all hope was gone out of life and took a negative attitude. And instead of wasting away, you put on flesh. Honestly, Bessie, you blew up like a balloon.
And you have always been bedeviled by your complexion. Isn't that so?
It is only because I have such fine grained skin.
Possibly, but also,
What?
you have never really hit on a becoming hairdo.
What's wrong with the one I got last week from Antoinette's?
Honey, every type of face requires a different style of hairdo. Just like different figures can't put on the same type of clothes. Now, what you require is horizontal lines because of the distance between your chin and your forehead.
I have never forgotten the time you called me horse face.
Well, all I meant was you have that long kind of face like I have the round one. And what you need is bushing out at the temples, the aureole effect.
Oil? Like the bird?
No, honey, the spelling is different. Never mind that. All I mean is Antoinette's is not a good friend of yours. Not with the grotesque things they do to your face. Oh, you harp on yoga and you claim that your sensitive nature is misunderstood by everyone except a parrot. But let me give you a piece of well-intended advice. Here. Repair the ravages. Oh, repair the ravages and we'll go to the Statler. There they are! Charlie!
Charlie! Charlie! Ralph! Woohoo!
That was, again, Miss Judy Allen, Elizabeth Breslin, as the two